The Tools, a short film which has two characters, Paulie and Larry. Larry, Finn and Paulie went to school together. They've had the same sort of upbringing, the same sort of background, same sort of family situation, middle class family, not much money, always scrimping to make some money, get a buck and so forth. Larry's been in jail. He's always been on the wrong side of the law and isn't lucky as far as he gets caught. He does the wrong thing and so on. Paulie, on the other hand, is very ambitious, fingers in many pies, self-made man, always on the wrong side of the law as well. The difference being he's never got caught. He's always distanced himself away from any kind of heat. You never get to see Paulie's face, just as the police never get to see his face. So he's cloaked in smoke and cigar fumes and that kind of thing. Larry has a new product. He has stumbled across a product which he calls a tool, which he feels will revolutionise street crime within the UK and wider. He has been arrested for having possession of the product and been acquitted. It's not classed as a lethal weapon, and the blade size and so forth means that he can carry it in public, and because of that he's using it as justification that it will be the must-have present for Christmas for kids and so forth, and possible routes to market through supermarkets, you know, the likes of Argos and so on. He deals with Larry on a regular basis selling drugs, and this is a product that he has come across which he wants to sell on and show at the next available meeting. Paulie always arranges the meetings, and he's arranged a meeting for today at a village hall next to a church in a very remote location where there aren't as many watchful eyes and so on. And the opening scene starts with Larry getting all excited. He's driven. He knows he's going to do this sell. He's got his suitcase, which is a tool for his trade, which has the sample in and paperwork that relates to it and so forth. And it starts off with Larry ditching his car, walking up a hill towards the church, towards the building next to the church, and he can see a wonderful woman, and he's following her. She's got a Bible in her hand, and she's on her way to church. It's quite fast-paced. It gets people into the spirit. This is going to be a fun short film. It's got a lot of dark humour in it. It's a dark comedy, and it has a social message about street crime, about the usage of bladed instruments within gangs and so on. The woman goes into church. He goes off into the village hall. Where he enters a room, there's a massive long table, you've got Paulie at one end, you can't see his face, smoke and so on, and the table's too long for him to bend over and shake hands. He sits down, he's got his toolbox next to him, his briefcase with the product in, he brings it out, and then he goes into his comical banter about how successful the product will be, where it's come from, the paperwork relating to the court saying that it's not an illegal product, the paperwork from various medical reports that says it is less harmful than using what he calls as normal cutlery, which is a standard knife and so on within battles. And then he goes off on his tangent. He has many tangents to do with Sainsbury's, Tesco's and that kind of thing. And one of them is when Paulie asks him the price. Paulie says, "What is the price?" Larry goes on, "You know I don't negotiate price, Paulie. I have what you want. I have what you need. I have what will sell. I'm not asking anything of you other than common sense, an attribute I know you have in abundance. This isn't fucking Dragon's Den, Paulie. I will not give you 60% of my company for 80 grand. I take it you're not James Caan, seller and destroyer of businesses. That sick fuck tried to buy a small child for £700. Or are you Paphitis, the tuck shop fudge cake boy? Perhaps you're Peter Jones, Tennis playing twat with a silver spoon up his arse. I always thought he was a little light on his feet. What gets me is these people are no better than me. Bannatyne making money selling ice cream to old ladies. I can see the pitch now. Yes, Mr. Bannatyne, my key market is 7 to 25-year-olds, both genders, no bias towards gays or lesers, or those who aren't quite sure what they are. They all need one, and in time will no doubt be on the receiving end of one. The cost to a distributor is £3, Mr. Bannatyne, and with a retail of £10, that's a margin direct to retail of 70%. My landed cost is not relevant to you until you've signed my non-disclosure. You won't sign it? Well, fuck off. Perfitus interjects. Why not use the cutlery that they already have? Mr. Perfitus, have a heart, safety first. It's all about safety. By all means have fun with my tool, but nobody wants to get dead, do they? Think about the kids. You being a family man and all that. Now Jones's minces in. How does this compare to conventional street cutlery? I wouldn't know too much about cutlery, as I have a habit of avoiding domestic chores. Meaden interrupts. I'd like to come in here. Sorry, Meaden, I'm not pitching to the bitch here. I already have QVC talking about a TV product launch. Look, I'm clicking my little red heels together and getting the fuck off out of here. No, really, Paulie, if I showed the tool to that bunch, they'd bite my hand off. I'd leave, but not after the blokes test the tool out on Meaden, that sour-faced bagpuss. Sarah Ball's ugly sister, that one. Sorry, Paulie, I've digressed. Your price, Paulie, is £3 each, no VAT. I can add it if you'd like, but you wouldn't respect me in the morning if I did. Retailing at £10, you and your retailers can keep their dignity. Strictly no returns. These don't blunt easily, and I don't want some snotty-nosed 15-year-old kid bringing one back because his grandma won't let him in the house to have his tea without it. So what quantity do you want for your initial order? And then it goes on. So the idea is that the audience, the viewer, are looking at Larry as the underdog, the person that is them, the salesperson, the hard grafter, the guy that's always unlucky getting caught by the police for this and doing that, dodgy dealer, Arthur Daly style, and they want him to sell. And invariably at the end, he does sell. He sells a quantity to Paulie, and they're left wondering, did he sell it because Paulie wanted to get on with the other business, which is the drugs that he has a constant route to market and supply through? Did he buy them because he just wanted him to shut up? Did he have mutual respect for Larry? Or did he buy them because he has route to market and he wants to make a killing by developing the product and selling it on himself? So that is the tool, and I'm sure that we'll have a second follow-up called Larry's Revenge, but it will be made within the next month and a half, and just hope you like the concept.